Hard closers are fast talkers. They're always closing the deal. They're always pushing for the sale. They're focused on the transaction. They're trying to negotiate a payment. They're professional price negotiators. They ask questions like, what's it going to take to get you happily involved tonight? If I could, would you? ... Right? I don't normally do this, but I'll tell you, I talked to my boss, and tonight only, here's what I'm going to do for you, kid. Have you seen this type of salesperson? Yes or no? Is this archetypal? We call them blue suede shoes, snake oil salesmen, tin men. They're the one-time closer. Where do you see this type of salesperson? Car sales. Timeshare? Have we go on one of those? What else? Mattress salesman. I walked in to buy an Oldsmobile, and a young man saw me kicking the tires of the Cutlass Sierra. Y'all remember that? That basic A-body GM car. I'm kicking the tires of my Cutlass Sierra. He says, if I could put you behind the wheel of that car for less than $200 or $300 a month, would you take it off the lot tonight? Get away from me, devil man. No. I went to a couple car dealerships, and I had similar experiences because that's the experience we expect to have at a car dealer. Would you agree? Well, here's a car dealer I went to where a young man came up to me. His name's Chuck. And I'm kicking the tires, and he came up to me and said, can I help you? And I said, man, I'm just looking. He said, okay. But he came up to me a few minutes later. He said, you know, I have one question for you. I said, all right, go ahead and ask it. What's he going to ask me? What's he going to ask me? You know what he's going to ask me. He said, what changed in your life that brought you into the dealership tonight? You could have knocked me over with a feather, man. I started talking about my favorite subject, me. WIFM. Isn't everybody's favorite subject themselves? So I thought, man, well, I just got a new job. I'm going to be selling windows. And he goes, oh, you like getting home? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not one of you guys. I said, I'll be selling windows to architects and professional builders. That's my job. And he started asking me some more questions about, well, will you be putting them in the trunk of your car? Will you be, you know, entertaining? And asking me about my family and all those. Why was he doing that? He was qualifying, right? I said, man, I'm going to make this real easy for you. He said, oh, okay. I said, this is the car I want. He said, I still have a few more questions. I'm like, oh, damn. He's going to ruin it. He's going to talk himself out of a sale. That's what we always say. They talk themselves out of a sale, right? I said, okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Ruin it. Blow it. You're going to do it. He said, how many miles a year do you think you're going to drive this car? Oh, no. Why is he asking me that? Lease or buy. Thank you. That's exactly what I thought. Lease or buy. How many miles are you going to drive this car a year? And I said, well, I don't know, 25,000. I'm thinking, I'm not leasing this car. He said, how long do you think you're going to drive the car? I said, 4 years. He said, so let me get this straight. You're going to drive in Chicago, heavy traffic, heavy window samples in the trunk of your car, stop and go 25,000 miles a year, 100,000 miles over the next 4 years. Do I have this picture right? I said, yeah. He said, the reason I asked you the question is, you said you want this car? This car has the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, and this car is going to be pinging and knocking, and I would almost say this for driving to church back and forth on Sundays, which is not a bad thing, but if that's all you're doing with the car, but that's not what I was going to do. He said, what you need to do is consider the upgrade to the 3.8 liter multi-port V6 fuel injector. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the big engine, man. He protected me from myself. Would you agree? Yes? I could tell you more about the story. Doesn't really matter. I did buy a car from that guy that night. I bought a second car from Chuck Mann. Would you agree? This is the importance of this story. Would you agree that he behaved like anything but a hard closer? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. He overcame the archetypal pressure to fit into that mold.